Hey everyone, it's Prithvi Organ. I'm here and this is my review for Mazhai Pidikatha Manithan, the new film directed by S.D. Vijay Milton and starring Vijay Antony, Megha Agash, Sarath Kumar, Satyaraj, and also Saranya Punvanan in the lead roles. I'm going to be a little bit frank with this review. First off, I want to say that Vijay Antony is a very talented and very good music director. I really love his music. I grew up with his music too. They're very boisterous, kind of energetic songs, and even the melodies and even like the emotional songs had a tinge of like difference in comparison to other music directors. You knew you were listening to a Vijay Antony song and an album in general as soon as you listened to like the first 10 seconds of his songs. Now, as an actor, he was fortunate enough to enter into Tamil cinema as an actor with some pretty decent scripts. Movies like Nan and Pichekaran, and even some of the middling films that he did here and there had interesting scripts. I just don't find him as a great actor, in my personal opinion. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. You can have entertaining films, but sometimes if the performance is not there, it just kind of drowns out the impact and the kind of storytelling that the director or even the overall story is trying to tell you. Now, Mazhai Pidikatha Manithan is a film that has lofty kind of like expectations and lofty kind of like ambitions. And I feel like it's a movie that mixes in so much good, but ends up being very stale and being very kind of like mediocre at times too. I've seen the video of Vijay Milton saying that he's kind of disowned this movie and kind of saying like, this is not really his vision that he originally had. Maybe so, but I feel like while watching this movie, I was just kind of confused as to what they were trying to do. There was a lot of things going on and a lot of things that reminded me of other films, but this film just pales in comparison to those other superior movies. The main character in this movie is a silent assassin or a silent-ish assassin who kind of reminds you of other, assassins slash hitmen in other films where they're kind of like a darkish figure with a darkish past and they're brightened up by the people that he or they are surrounded by in their current situation. And again, Vijay Antony, I think, is miscast in this movie. This should have been a role given to another actor who has a stoic kind of like stature towards them and kind of like a stone face kind of like mannerisms, but which would fit into the story that they're trying to tell here. Also, there's a dog that is very adorable. I love the dog, but it reminds you of the John Wick kind of angle of, the first film with the beagle, which happens to be the same, breed of dog that this character has in this movie too. It's not a direct reference, but it pretty much will remind you of John Wick. There are other references to other films, and even the romantic angle kind of reminded me of Megaman, the film that starred Arya and Hansika. Similar kind of romantic angle, which is kind of offbeat and a little bit different than your usual films, which I guess is a positive here. But yeah, this is a spy thriller slash action thriller that I just feel like does not go anywhere. It's weirdly made, weirdly edited, and just kind of like long and drawn out, and it's very lukewarm. The action sequences kind of are okay, I guess, and I feel like there is some sort of intrigue and mystery to this character, but I just feel like because of the performance and because of the overall packaging, I just couldn't really get into this movie in comparison to other films of the same kind of like nature and stature. So, sadly, I give this film a 3 out of 10. I love the title of this movie, and even some portions kind of remind me of a John Woo film. Ironically, that was the recent film that I just watched before this. But yeah, it's just sad. It's a wasted opportunity, a wasted amount of budget. And again, I really hope Vijay Antony takes a step back and goes back into music direction, in my personal opinion. I think that he has a great eye for scripts. So if anything, he could be a great producer. He could be a great, occasional actor. I just don't feel like he's a leading hero anymore. Again, this is just my personal opinion. But yeah, 3 out of 10.